very difficult to understand. It's very, very difficult because in each and every sentence that she speaks about the characters that are there around Marian, she is bringing out that feminist point of view, which will be visible only when you read it. Okay, without you reading it, you won't understand at all. Okay, so that is why I'm just asking you to do that. Okay, so when we were talking about something like women are considered this, that, you people were asking why, what is she really in need of? What is Atwood trying to say? Okay, so this was your question. Okay, so this all the answers for your questions will be there only when you read the novel. You will understand why is she saying all these things, and why is she at the back of men. Like, okay, she has something towards men. What is it? Okay, I'll just give you an example. I just wanted to quote actually from the novel, but still, because you didn't read any of the chapters, I just some have read. Of course, you will know, I think. So the nature of job of Marian is to just go door by door and ask and make a survey and then do a research, isn't it? That is a nature of her job. So she used to face many men and women. So once what happened was, she just entered into one of the man's house and he was there. She could even see the brand beer that she's making a survey. It was just lying at the floor of the chair where the man sat. Okay, so she was so happy that she's going to get something from him. Okay, and she's just sharing the questionnaire and then asking for all the answers, and she got all the answers. When she was about to leave, you know what this man asked? He said, see, you are a woman and why are you doing all such works? Okay, you are supposed to be under the control of a strong man, staying at home. This is not the nature of job for a woman to do. Why are you doing like this? So this is the problem that she was facing continuously. Okay, so there is a gateway or opening for women to work. Okay, and women are always considered equal to men. Okay, but all are there only in books and rules and regulations, and maybe in some famous talks you can just listen to people speaking about it, women right. Okay, even men will be speaking about women, like they should have equal rights. And when you go home, you will see the wife will be sitting down and this man will be sitting in the chair, and then he'll be ordering his wife. This is not what it seemed to be. So Atwood is really fighting for those women who are deprived of their rights, okay, who are just considered as an object. See how this man is just speaking. He says, see, a woman should be there at home under the control of a strong man. So you are not supposed to just go like this and then do a job, okay, which is not at all fit for a woman. But her inner mind is just it is just struggling inside to speak something about what type of job she's doing. So this is something like a dream job for her. It's very difficult to get a job in the particular company that she's working. Okay, so this is what is in the mind of it, is the Seymour surveys that she's working, and it's so difficult to get a job there. And she has got it, and she has got a hike in her salary. It is like she is given her it was not actually a immediate hike, but it is a pension scheme that she's being allotted. Okay, so all this brings her happiness, and she's so happy to do her job, and she is considering herself to be privileged to be there in a job and earning something for her own life. But you just see what the society looks at, how the society looks at Marian. They had a very different view regarding women. Okay, so this maybe it was written during 2000 something, but still you can see that people in Canada also were thinking about women as mere objects. the one who gives birth to children, and one who brings up children, and one who is helpful in developing the generation. Okay, so this is how they have been. Now I'm just giving you one example, but it is happening every day in her life. You can see how Peter behaves towards Marian. Why is he always forcing her to marry? Because all his friends are married. What a silly reason to go to Marian. He was just 26 years old. What age is this to get married? But he had everything that he has. So he's just planning to get married, and he's just forcing Marian to accept his proposal. This is what is disturbing Marian. Their relationship was really very good in the beginning. Okay, the way both of them were just having a union whenever she went home. Okay, the way he invites her, the way he accommodates her at home, everything was fine. Everything was fine. She even liked the smell of this man who didn't have any smell of a perfume, but he had the smell of a soap. But still, she was in love with the person, and she loved him for everything that he was. But when he started forcing her to get married, she was not ready at all. And he was not ready to accept it. So he was just forcing her to get married. Why don't you understand? Women like you will be craving for marriage. And you are such a woman, and he even says that you are such a mad person. You've gone mad. That's why you're just saying no to marriage. Okay? Any woman at this point of view will be happy to get married. And you know what type of person I am, and I am well settled now. What is wrong with you? So she's running away. Literally, she's running away from Peter, and she's just getting away from him. So when she started to feel that he's trying to possess or dominate Marian, she feels very bad, really very bad. So that is where she started to get the eating problem. She started to hate some of the food, and she stopped eating some of the food. Because all his anger, all his thought to possess Marian is shown in the way he deals with cutting off her meat. Okay, so why is this so much related? You've already seen that food is a main symbol in Atwood's novel, Edible Woman. So what type of symbol is this? This is considered as a metaphor for family, metaphor for religion, sex, gender, social position, and even group identity. Okay, I'll just repeat it for you. Food is a metaphor for family, religion, sex, gender, social position, group identity. Now you're going to tell me how food is a metaphor in a family. Okay, I'll just give you some examples. Then you're going to tell me about the other things. Okay, in a family, you just consider a family. Okay, you just think about your own family. You need not think about your neighbor's family, or no. You just think about your own family. Isn't this food making a great commotion in your life, the whole life? Think about how you deal with your mother. One day, if your mother is taking leave and going somewhere, if your sister is cooking, finished. You will immediately start complaining to your mother, or you will just start scolding your sister, saying, see, you don't know even this. But you don't know even to switch on the stove, what to do. So, no, I'm just bringing out all that is there in your mind. Okay, I'm trying to bring everything out. How do you feel when the food is not served on time? Are you so happy, or are you getting angry? Just a few examples. I'm just trying to bring it out. Yeah, you just get furious. You think about your father. Your father has to leave the house by 8 o'clock. Till 7:55, no breakfast. How will you feel? Will be so happy? See, I have a beautiful house, wonderful wife, yeah, great children. I'm so happy for them. So let me leave the house. No. The everyday father has to get tensed and then you'll be shouting at your mother saying, see, can't you do it 10 minutes early? Can't you just get up early? Can't you just cook early? And you won't even understand that mother has to leave by 9 o'clock. How many of your fathers are helping your mothers? I don't know. How many of you have insisted your fathers to, why don't you help mother? She's also equally working like you. We don't have the guts to ask them. I don't know how many of the girls here will be accepting a husband who is ready to help you and who is not ready to do any of the work at home. I'm not for it, but I had a husband like that. He never does any work at home. But he took it a point to make some arrangement so that I don't feel that I'm working alone. He was able to do that at least. So men, be shrewd enough to take care of your wives, okay? And women, be careful to choose your husbands. Yes, they have to work at home because you work outside, you have to equally work at home also. It is there. Yes.
If women are willing to marry a house husband, then it's a paradise for us. No issues.
Of course, there is a person like that in our college also. Okay, I used to scold him like anything. No, that is, it's like escapism. Like, okay, you can't escape.
Ma'am, we should also go out and work, come to home and work. Better don't marry anyone.
Women are also doing the same idea because nowadays, no, we cannot depend on one person's salary. Even it is lakhs and lakhs, we cannot depend upon one person's salary. Okay, we have to have at least 2 salaries because we have to settle down our children, maybe. Okay, we have to settle down. Maybe we have to help some people. Okay, we have many things to do. It's not just a family, a father, mother, and children. Okay, we have many things to do. So at that particular moment, you have to think about, even the wife is working outside and inside. Think of your mother. She's working both outside and inside. How many of you were really concerned about your mother? I don't know. But when it comes to the point of food, you want what you like. So you order your mother. So today you are cooking this, that, this, that, this, that. Okay. And you see the smile in the face of your mother. Oh, so what should I do for it? She never says, okay, this is not possible today. Why don't you understand? Okay, she's not scolding you people or your father or anybody, but she's ready always to cook. If it is not ready, what will happen? See, I asked you this and you have given this, so I will not eat. I will not eat. So again, there comes dominance of male. Even if you are a son, you do that.
In my home, my mother will say, stay hungry. I don't care.
Yeah, that is a good mother. She's working, isn't it? Yeah, so she's a working mother. She knows. Yes, good. So this is how every mother should be. Of course, I used to tell my son the same thing. I have my limits. When he crosses his limits, I say, if you want, you eat. Or else I'm least bothered about it. Because it's your stomach, it's not my stomach. Okay, so it is there. Okay, so you have to think about what we do, because if I'm not growing my son in the proper manner, his future wife will be suffering. He'll not treat his women properly. Either it is a wife or a daughter or a sister, whatever, he'll not be treating her properly. As a mother, you have greater responsibilities. When you become mothers, it is your responsibility to take care of your sons and grow them in the right manner. Okay, so this is the problem. Okay, we'll come back. So what about religion? What is religion? What does religion has to do with food? Religion and food?
Just because I ate Kolkata day before yesterday, my mother did not permit me to enter into the house. Just because I kept sandal and posted a photo in WhatsApp status, my mother, if she sees, she's going to kill me. Like,
It is there. Okay. So some religions they have special food. Okay, special food like as he said, Kolkata and all. It's actually it is just a food. If we consider it as a food, it's a food. If we consider it as a prasadam, it's a prasadam. We don't do that. Okay. So it is there. Okay, religion has got to do with something with food. So what is sex going to do with food? So this is a main part in our novel actually. So this is what was bothering Marian a lot when she was with Peter. Okay. So what is it going to do? Okay, it's very difficult for you to open your mouth and say something. I'll just say it in no in a low pace. Okay. Food can express these sexual inequalities. Okay, who dominates? Okay, who dominates? So that inequality is there, and that inequality is denoted, okay, by this food. Okay, and you can also see that she feels that she is being consumed by someone. She didn't feel happy with what she had. She felt that she's being consumed. She's being just swallowed up, not tasted. So finally, when you see Duncan is just tasting and saying it delicious, but Peter never said it was delicious or he never tasted at all. He was just consuming. In one particular point of time, when they were just so intimate with each other, you can see the intimacy. She just calls it as biting. She's not just satisfied with what Peter was doing. Okay, for her it was totally like he's just eating her or just consuming her. Okay, so this is how she was feeling. She didn't feel happy about it. Okay, and then it is just related to the temptation that we have. See, if doctors would have said, see, you have sugar, high level of sugar, so what you have to do, you stop eating this, stop eating that. Okay, but when you see an ice cream, you'll feel like eating. That is temptation. When we think we shouldn't have it, when we see that, we will have temptations. Okay, so these temptations are related to this food. Okay, and then the arousal of desire in the heart. When you see something, the desire that is there in your mind to have it. Okay, so that is also is there. And then the consummation, how you consume. You would have seen people eating like pigs. Have you seen people eating like pigs? They'll just eat that. Okay, so that is how they eat. Okay, and you would have seen some people so elegant. Okay, just using all spoons and forks and then gently having their food. Okay, you just fall for those people. See that? What is there actually? Both are food, both of them eat, now both of their stomach are filled, but there is a difference. There is a difference. The same is there in the relationship between Peter and Marian. Hope you understand this. This is the maximum I can give you. Okay, so this is how she felt when she was there with Peter. Okay, and you can also see Marian is having relationship with many characters in the novel. You can see Ansley, Len, okay, Duncan. So all these people, no, they have some relationship or some defect or something towards food, some aversion or some fear. Okay, they have towards food, and this is affecting her. Okay, and this is creating a problem in the mind of Marian. Okay, and she has a struggle towards self-determination. See, she has planned to do something, so she has come out of her circle and has started to work, and she's trying to achieve something in her life. She has come out, but she has struggles. She's not able to complete what she has started. She's not able to proceed with that. Okay, she has an obstacle before her. See, Peter is the major obstacle actually. Okay, whenever she goes for a survey, she finds some men who is again degrading her, saying, see, you have to be there somewhere at home and do some household work and look after your children. What are you doing here? So this is what was there in her mind. She's trying to come out of it. She's totally trying to come out of it. This is the struggle that is there. So you can see that this food is just related to the struggle of her own self-determination. Okay. So how she has something and she is not able to attain it, reach towards it. Okay. So that is it. Then you can just see that it is just seen as a survival of country's autonomy. So now what do these people in SAMER surveys think about women? So you have to know about it. Okay. So whose mic is that? All of mute yourself. What happened? Okay. Yes. So you can just see that she is working in SAMER surveys. So there you have 3 planes. Okay, 3 planes. There you can just see women are just placed at the ground floor. Only in ground floor women should work. Okay, and they are just considered as machines there. Okay, and you can see 3 levels that Margaret Atwood would relate to the 3 planes. They are the mind, the body, and the matter. The mind, the body, and the matter. So who is this mind? If you see, mind is a top category. That is none but men. Mind is men. Okay. And you can see this matter is the knowledge. And in between this mind and matter, there is something called as body, and that is none but women. So that is where women are kept in SAMER's surveys. So they have kept women below men and little bit above matter. So that is how they have been considered. Okay. So you can see that all the questionnaires that are prepared in the surveys are prepared by men. And they are just high language, and see, she has to go door to door and meet the civilians, the people, the normal people, and she has to ask their suggestions, the answers. But if it is a hi-fi language, what will happen? They'll not be able to understand, isn't it? So what she is doing is, she is just converting all the difficult questions into easy questions, and then she is just taking it to the people, and then she's asking them, what do you feel? Okay, so that is how it just goes on. So even in SAMER surveys, you can just see they consider women to be below men. Okay, whatever men says, the women should do. And high positions and increments and other things are just given, and it's always meant only for men. She has been working 3 years there, and only after 3 years she is just introduced to pension scheme. Okay, so this is introduced because she is supposed to pay an amount each month for this pension scheme. Okay, so that is why she is introduced. It's not for the benefit of her, but she is contributing something to the company again. Okay, so this is how Marian herself feels in the novel. If you read, you will understand. Okay, so this is what I felt she says. Okay, then SAMER surveys are also against proscribed marriage and pregnancy. Okay, they consider it as disloyalty to the company. So no one should have any no relationship like that. And if they have, they are considered as disloyal. They are not loyal to the company. So this is how they have been treating the people or the workers there in the company. Okay, so this is so she was there in a company, and where company has just put her down, and then even when she goes outside, she's put down, and even when she goes and relax with Peter, again there she's just treated just like a object. All these things has brought her to a point that she is not wanted. Okay, she is not considered for what she is. No one sees Marian. They see a woman. Hope you understand. It is not Marian they're bothered about. They're bothered only about a woman. She is a woman. A woman in work, a woman for marriage, a woman as a friend, a woman as an object. This is how the society was totally looking at her, and this bothered her too much. So that is why she's just bringing everything out of her mind and she's just sharing it with people around. And then she has the problem of not having or eating properly. She stopped eating. She stopped eating. One after the other, she just stopped eating. So in the chapter part two of the novel, you can just see it just slowly moves to the third person, because she's totally taken over by the male domination or the male dominated society. So this is what she feels. Okay. Eating can also be considered as a metaphor for power. Metaphor for power. See, while eating, you feel you are powerful. When you don't eat, you don't feel powerful. It's just a normal thing. If you eat, you feel healthy. Isn't it? When you don't eat, you don't feel healthy. Now you can see Marian stops eating because she started to feel that she doesn't have any power towards anything. So she stopped eating. She started to realize that this is not for me, this is not for me, this is not for me, and she stopped eating. And at a point of time, she was not able to eat anything. Anything. So there comes the end of part 2. And the part 3, you can see that she herself prepares something for Peter, and she says that I am not for marriage and you just leave me alone. So indirectly she says that. And Peter also, he just leaves her as such. And you can see Duncan coming there and having the food is totally makes her powerful again. She starts to consume, she starts to eat. She thinks it as a mere food. That is the first time though she made it in the figure of a woman, she didn't relate it to women and she didn't look at it as a woman. First time in her life, she considered it as a food and she had it as a food. And that changed her attitude, because the person who was just pricking her mind a lot has left her life now. Now she doesn't have anyone to bother about, and she has just put a full stop to everything. And now she feels relaxed, relieved. Now she could see food as a food, and she could have food as food, and she started eating everything in her life. Now started to eat everything. Now she's not going to relate anything with women. You know why? Because she knows that she has again become powerful. She has a right to decide what she can do. So here comes feminism. This is what feminism is trying to say. So no woman is to be considered as below or as a slave to men. They should be considered equal to men. And they should be able to make their own choices. Whether it is family life or whether it is giving birth to a child or whatever it is, whether it is a career or whatever it is, she must be given a chance in her life. Okay. So now this power has come back to Marian. Now she is becoming powerful. And now she has started to eat everything in her life. And this is a change that has come in the mind of Marian. Okay. So now it's time. So it's open for discussion. So you can just discuss about this food and what does it say about food. And you can just see again, speaking about food, she makes a choice. When we relate it to the title, she makes a choice, okay, of being edible or remain single. Okay, edible is to become a wife of someone. She considers being a wife as being edible, someone eating her. Okay, sometimes when you get angry and all, you say, no, don't eat my brain. They are making you think so much. So it is like eating her body. So she felt that it is edible. So she is not for it. So what is the other choice she is making? She is making a choice to remain single. So that is a better choice she feels, and she is happy about it. Okay. So now we'll open it for discussion. And when I said discussion, all have just gone out. This is not fair. Now come to the screen, all of you. I'm just going to take a screenshot also. Please come to the screen. Yes. 6. Karthi is not there today. Okay. Joshua. Monisha. Cheryl. Cheryl was there, no? What happened to Cheryl? Cheryl.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, switch on your video, man. I'm just going to take a screenshot. Monisha, Mitra. Ruth. Turn on your videos, my dear. Okay. Good, thank you. Okay, so now it's open to discussion. Now I want all of them to speak, not only Rajendra, Kristi, and who else used to speak? Okay, only these two people, Merin, and Kristi Shally. Okay. So I want everybody to participate today. Bobby, Joshua, participate today. Yes, tell me.
Actually, women, they are doing their works peacefully. They have the ability, capacity to work outside the home and inside the home. So particularly, these feminists, they are purposefully brainwashing them and asking them to question spoiling the women.
Okay. What women are going to say for that? Is it true? Is it true? It's not true, then why is it not true?
Scientifically, women can do multitask than men.
Come on.
These feminists are spoiling, man. If we allow these feminists for another some years, like the world will change upside down. Feminists are very dangerous.
Okay, you mute yourself for some time. Okay, women speak. Come on, women of a class. I'm not just asking you to support feminists, but sir, this is not logic at all. Okay, though women is no, we call them as multitasking experts, but still, it's not fair, no? So just allow them to do all the work. Yeah. What are you saying for that? You can type, not speak.
Before 20, 30 years, women were restricted. But nowadays, like every field, the women are there on the top. Now, the conversation should be between a lazy women and active women. Like women are given their rights. There are women astronauts. There are women, what is that? People who drive the submarine. Women, like Indian women cricket team ranks #2 in the world. Women are like there are women musicians who are nominated for Oscars, particularly Indian women. What else is needed for them? They have everything, but still they are feeling comfortable by blaming men.
See, this is not about what we feel about men now. Okay, it is about what Marian feels.
He's brainwashing everyone.
Yes.
He's brainwashing everyone. Attitude has introduced that character to brainwash, to like she's spoiling women.
Do you think? No, you are just pointing at few women who have shined in some areas, but you cannot speak about all women. Okay, we'll allow others to speak. I shouldn't speak. But
Even in our department,
I might mute myself.
Even in our department, there are only 2 male staffs and the rest are female staffs. And if they still want, if they are fighting for, we want equality rights, then even in our class, there are only 3 boys and rest are all girls. What else is needed?
See,
somebody asked boys not to join or what?
We didn't say no. They didn't join. They didn't opt for literature. What to do? Okay, you mute yourself for some time. Yes, come on.
Okay, what they actually want?
What they in the sense?
Women.
You mute yourself, you'll answer that.
They have everything what all they want. They have everything what they want, but still, if they're questioning what they actually want.
Yeah, we'll say, of course. See, he's asking a question, women. Please say what do you want actually. What do you think equal rights is actually? Now, I love a very good advertisement that recently came in the TV. It is something like a coffee ad. I don't remember what coffee it is. Must be Nescafe, Sunrise, or something like that. Okay, because they only give rich advertisements, which we admire. Yes. So it will be like husband preparing the coffee, and he will no, it's like they'll be having a conversation. I don't remember. I just remember vaguely, but the concept is like this. He will be just appreciating the wife in a different manner. Okay, so it will be very good appreciation. So she will be appreciating her husband, and she'll say that you have worked all through your life, and then you have done all these things. So this is just an appreciation for you, and she'll serve the coffee. You know what the husband will say? He'll say that you deserve more. Yeah, it's for brew. Very good, Sally. Yeah, you have done a greater sacrifice than me. So you deserve more, and he is just sharing the coffee. So this is something that should be there in the mind of a man and a woman. This is what we talk about equality. It is not just about sharing your life or sharing your money, sharing everything with the other person. Okay, so that is very important. How you think about a woman in your life. Okay, this is the equality. This is where you have to give equality. This is where you have to give equality. When you think in your mind, you have to consider her as a human who has sacrificed everything for you, who's doing everything. So see, there should be some recognition at least. So some people, they just get everything from women, your mother or your sister, you just think about, they get everything from them, and then they don't even show a bit of gratitude at times. So your father is not able to sit there and help your mother. He could arrange a maid. If that is not possible, okay, he can come home and he can appreciate whatever she does. He can spare some time with the wife and ask what she needs. He might be coming weekly once, that he should sit with the wife and speak. How do you feel? How are you? How's your health? What are you doing? This is what a woman needs. This is what we are talking about. So this is what the world is lagging behind actually. So when you say male dominance, why do you call it male dominance? Because they don't consider others at all. They don't even consider them as human beings at times, and most of the times. This is the problem we're talking about. Okay, so you think in that way, and then you come out with some valid discussion. Yes. So I'm going to give you a break now. What you do is, we have another link. Okay, so you can click that link, and because I created it earlier, because it was an emergency, I just created another link again. Okay, so you just come with my link, my previous link, and then you can enter in. So you take your time, take some rest, and then join by 11, no problem. Okay, 11 is our class actually. I just created for 10:45. So I'll open it and I'll keep it. So if you're willing, you can come inside, or you just come by 11. Okay, so take some rest. So I need some valid discussion after this. Okay, only then I'll proceed to the next topic, or else I won't. And I've told somebody to share about themes and symbols. Themes and symbols. Who are supposed to?
Themes.
You are ready?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, Kesia, we will discuss about it. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
And symbols, I think it's Rajkumar. Are you ready? What is that? You unmute and speak.
I'll do it tomorrow, ma'am.
Tomorrow. Okay. Okay, ma'am. So you can come back at that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.